Your phone buzzes. It's them, again. Another crisis. Another massive mess that they created for their own life. Your plans for the evening instantly vanish. Your chest tightens, but you don't hesitate. You sit down and you start typing pages and pages of solutions. You offer your time, your money, your own sanity. You truly believe you are doing this because you have a massive heart. You think it's just empathy, but you are wrong. Look closely at the pattern of your entire life. You don't attract normal partners. You don't attract reciprocal friends. You attract rehabilitation projects. You have transformed yourself into the unpaid therapist of your entire social circle. People already know that they can dump their emotional garbage at your doorstep because they know that you will stay up until 3 in the morning helping them sort through the chaos. You listen to the exact same complaints week after week. You give the exact same brilliant advice, which they completely ignore the very next day. And when the call finally ends or when they walk away, the silence in your own room feels terrifying, because the truth is that as long as you are busy fixing someone else's life, you don't have to look at the emptiness of your own. You have become addicted to the feeling of being needed. You have confused love with an obsession for repair. But here's the part no one tells you. Every single time you run to save someone from the consequences of their own bad choices, you are not being a hero. You are being an enabler. Let's look at the reality of this game. By carrying the weight that belongs to them, you are stealing that person's opportunity to mature. You are teaching their brain that they can break things, that they can act recklessly, because you will always be there to clean up the mess. You built a safety net for someone who refuses to learn how to walk. And what happens when your energy finally runs out? What happens on the day you say, "I cannot help you this time"? They will not thank you for the 100 times you saved their life. They will look you in the eyes and call you selfish, because people who are addicted to being saved do not look for a partner. They look for an emotional shield. This is not genuine kindness. This is a survival mechanism, deeply ingrained. Your brain was programmed in the past to believe that your only value on this planet is your utility. We need to understand where that old software was installed. When you were just a child, love was not free. You learned very early that to receive attention or to have a little bit of peace inside the house, you needed to manage the moods of the adults around you. You transformed into the adult of the house. Before you even learned how to tie your shoes, you monitored their footsteps. You anticipated their anger. You discovered that being useful was the only guarantee that you would not be abandoned. That is why today in your adult life, when you meet someone who is completely broken, your childhood brain lights up. It whispers in your ear, "If I can just fix this person, I will finally be safe. I will finally be worthy of love." And this is where it gets dangerous. The grand psychological paradox of the savior complex is that you subconsciously look for people who will never actually get better. Because if they heal, they will no longer need you. And if they don't need you, you simply do not know who you are. You have tied your identity to the role of the fixer. You would rather bleed every single day trying to glue someone else's broken pieces of glass than admit that you are using their chaos as a distraction for your own pain. It is a perfect shield, and a very cruel one. As long as you are obsessed with their depression, with their addiction, or with their failed career. You do not have to face your own emptiness. You are abandoning your own future just to buy the temporary comfort of being someone's hero. But that's not the real problem. The true and silent tragedy of this cycle is that it leaves you completely isolated in the world. When you spend all your energy being the strong one in the relationship, you build a fortress around your own weaknesses. You train the people around you to believe that you never need anything. And then, on the day your own world collapses, no one shows up to pick you up, not because they don't care about you, but because you convinced them that you are invincible. Let me remind you of something your anxiety tries to make you forget every single day. You are a human being. You are not an ambulance. You have the right to love people without making their healing your daily obligation. The exact moment you accept responsibility for another adult's happiness, you sign your own prison sentence. Listen to me very carefully right now. Drop the tools. Stop trying to fix people who are perfectly comfortable living in their own chaos. Let them face the weight of their own choices, not because you have become cold or cruel, but because you respect their process enough to let them learn. And, most importantly, because you need to start respecting yourself. You cannot save a person who is drowning if they refuse to swim. You are only going to sink right along with them. Take a moment to breathe deeply now. Look at that person you are trying so desperately to carry on your back. Take your hands off the steering wheel of their life and redirect all that beautiful and heavy energy right back to yourself. You deserve to receive the exact same rescue mission that you spend your life giving away for free. If you felt completely exposed by this video, hit subscribe. Let's stop hiding together.